Good afternoon, everyone. As you all are now aware of CPM that we discussed much in detail in our previous lectures, that will definitely help you in understanding the today's lecture that's on PERT because both are more or less similar. So as far as today's lecture on PERT is concerned, PERT is also an acronym which means Program Evaluation and Review Technique. Before any activity begins related to the work of a project, every single project requires an advanced accurate time estimate. And without an accurate estimate, no project can be completed within the budget and the target completion date. So, developing an estimate is a complex task, right? So, if a project is large and has many stakeholders, things can be more complex. Therefore, there have been many initiatives to come up with different techniques for estimation phase of the project in order to make the estimation more accurate. So PERT as program evaluation and review technique is one of the successful and proven methods among the many other techniques like CPM that we discussed, and there is one more top-down estimating, there's one more wave, and there are so many other techniques. So PERT was initially created by the US Navy in the late 1950s, and the pilot project was for developing the ballistic missiles, and there have been thousands of the contractors involved. So after the PERT methodology was employed for this project, and it actually ended 2 years ahead of its initial schedule. There were some traditional techniques also, such as line of balance, Gantt charts, but eventually they all were eliminated, and PERT evolved as a means to deal with the varied time periods it takes to finish the critical activities of an overall project. So, PERT is also considered as a roadmap for a particular program or a particular project, you can say, in which all the major elements have been completely identified and together with their corresponding interrelations. Now, if you have to define what the PERT is, you can define it as a scheduling method designed to plan a manufacturing project by employing a network of interrelated activities, coordinating optimum cost and time criteria. So here, coordination is done at optimum cost, and considering the time, these activities are interrelated. As far as the basic element is concerned, the basic element of PERT is the style planning, uh, is to identify the critical activities on which the others depend. So, as far as the chief feature of the PERT is concerned, it is the network diagram that provides the visual depiction of the major project activities and the sequence in which they must be completed. You know, since the person handling the activity, is new, and the person won't be able to guess how long the activity will take. So in this scenario, the three time estimation is given, and as far as the PERT is concerned, there are three time estimation concepts. The first is the TO, which is called as the optimistic time, and this is the least time in which is taken, and it can be taken when the conditions are favorable. So you have to take this time when the conditions are favorable and everything goes according to the plan. So when the conditions are favorable and everything, all the settings are done, we can take the least time, that is the optimistic time. So this is the fastest time an activity can be completed, and for this the assumption is made that all the necessary resources are available and all predecessor activities are completed as planned. Next time estimate is our TM, which is the most likely time. This time is taken under the average conditions, right? Which means that it is a mixture of both the favorable and unfavorable conditions, but not to an extremely unfavorable conditions. So most likely time is little higher side as compared to the optimistic time. For example, if the optimistic time I'm taking is 3, so the most likely time can be 4 or 5. Most of the times the project managers are asked only to submit one estimate, and in that case, this is the estimate that goes to the upper management. Now, the third time is the pessimistic time. And this time is taken in the worst conditions, or you can say in the adverse conditions. You know, this is the maximum time required to complete an activity. And in this case, it is assumed that many things may go wrong related to the activity, and a lot of rework and resource unavailability are assumed when this estimation is derived. So, and this time it's higher than most likely time. That's why we say that look at below. We say that the TP, that is pessimistic time, is always greater than TM. Right? TP is always greater than TM. That is the most likely time, and which is greater than TO. That is an optimistic time. So the reason for that is optimistic time is done under favorable conditions, taking into consideration that all the conditions will be favorable. So this was just an introduction of the PERT and historical background about the PERT and some concepts related to the PERT. So I think this is all for today. And in our next lecture, we will discuss some rules, and we also will discuss the steps that are involved in PERT. So till then, take care and have a great time, and stay home, stay safe.